Here's what happened round 17 of the FIA Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Turkiye in Afyon. MX2 race 1. Simon Langenfelder with the foxhole shot. But heading into turn 1, he was just a little bit hesitant, made a mistake on the way out. Jago Geerts and Isaac Gifting got either side of him, and it was Gifting who came away with the lead on the opening lap on the VHR. Gas. Langenfelder emerged in second, but Geerts was quickly into second with this pass on the German a couple of turns later. Adamo up to fourth with a move around the outside of Rowan van der Moosdijk, but then he would run into trouble, Adamo. He got held up here. Lucas Koenen went through, that put him into 6th place, and then he toppled over, back down to 14th, and then he would only manage to get back to 10th. A tough day, tough race 1 for the points leader. Likewise for the 96 Lucas Koenen, he was out a lap later from 6th. He would not finish the race, and he would not line up for race 2 either. Meanwhile, at the head of the field, Isaac Gifting was enjoying about a 2.5 second advantage over Geerts and Langenfelder, but then Langenfelder on lap 8 found his way into second with that move on the Belgian Geerts. And then a couple of laps later, this was his second attempt at going through. The first ended with both riders banging bars on the exit. Langenfelder, your new leader, on lap 10 of 17. He then started to fade back to 5th as Geerts came through, followed by Everts a lap later, who moved into 3rd. And then a lap after that, Rowan van der Moosdijk, top of your screen in white, also moved past the Swede into 4th, but it was still Gifting's best finish of the season in 5th. Langenfelder, though, crossed the line to win race 1, his 6th win of the season from Geerts, Everts and van der Moosdijk. MX2 race 2, this time it was Rowan van der Moosdijk, gate 3 over on the right hand side with his second foxhole shot of the campaign. Kevin Hoogmo tried to go the long way round, almost succeeded as well. His teammate was in there as well, David Braceras, but it was Everts who went bar to bar with him going into the first couple of corners. Emil Weckman a fast start in 3rd, but he was quickly shuffled back to 4th with Hoogmo moving into that 3rd place. Geerts didn't make a good start, nor too did Adamo. He was in around about 8th place through the first few corners, and Langenfelder likewise didn't make a great start. Top of your screen in the fluoro, moving into 4th place. Jago Geerts finding his way past David Braceras. Isaac Gifting, riding with Viva, was not able to finish race 2. Meanwhile, Simon Langenfelder got the better of Braceras to move into 5th place on lap 2. Rowan van der Moosdijk was having a fantastic ride, but he could not keep the 24 of Kevin Hoogmo behind him, who now moved into 2nd. Everts was your new leader. Adamo took a couple hundred meters to find his way past Langenfelder as he moved into 5th. Langenfelder then faded to 6th and lost ground. Top of your screen, Everts threw away the lead on lap 12 of 17. He picked himself up, but not before Hoogmo had gone through. Everts was there in 2nd, van der Moosdijk 3rd. Just. But after staying up front for 5 laps, Kevin Hoogmo crossed the line to win race 2, his first career race win from Everts, who took the Grand Prix victory. Van der Moosdijk crossed the line 3rd from Geerts in 4th. The Grand Prix looked like this. Everts with a 3-2, back-to-back wins, his third Grand Prix victory of the season. Hoogmo 2nd overall with a 6-1, his 2nd career podium, and Geerts 3rd overall with a 2nd and a 4th. Adamo did have a 72-point advantage coming into this weekend, but Everts' victory means now that gap has been shrunk back to 48, a gain of 24.
A little mistake there, but I take it as a positive. There's still room for improvement, so we can still go faster. So just want to keep on working, and the title is not really the goal coming in, so we'll see where we end up when it's all done, and we just try and keep improving these next 2 rounds, and like I said, we'll see where we end up, and just want to thank the Rebel KTM Factory Racing team.
In MXGP race 1, it was Valentin Guillot who got the foxhole shot, his 2nd of the season. Watch his reaction as he goes down out of the first turn alongside Prado. He looks across, gives him a nod, says, yeah, that'll do. Prado, though, took over the lead by turn 2 and then fell. And just to the left, you saw Ruben Fernandez and Pauls Jonas go down on the way into that first turn. Tim Geiser took over the lead. Valentin Guerra was second. Took a while for Prado to get going. When he did, he was quickly into 18th, but he had a lot of work to do. Romain Febvre moved his way into second on lap 2 with this pass on Valentin Guillot. He then set his sights on Tim Gajser. Guillot would lose another position to the returning from injury Mattia Guadagnini. That was for third, and then about 3 or 4 laps later, there would be a change of the lead. Febvre around the outside of Gajser on lap 7. Valentin Guillot then, whilst pursuing, or just being passed by Calvin Vlaanderen, he tipped over upside down. He would eventually come home in 9th place. Calvin Vlaanderen would finish in 4th after finding his way around Guadagnini. But he did get caught and passed by Maxime Renaux, who was also on the charge here. This pass on Guadagnini put him in direct contact with the number 10 of Vlaanderen, but then a half a lap later, the Frenchman was through. That was him into 3rd, Vlaanderen down to 4th. Albi Ferrato eventually came home in 5th place as he gained ground as well. This move on Guadagnini, putting him into 5th. Koldenhoff also found his way past into 6th. Romain Febvre, though, an 8-time winner with his victory in race 1. He celebrated with a hill clicker. 45 race wins now for the Frenchman. After Romain Febvre won race 1 from Gajser, Renaux, Vlaanderen and Ferrato, all eyes on the start in race 2. Watch Jeremy Seewer. He gets stood up mid-turn over the bars, gets clobbered by the 92 of Valentin Guillot, who didn't even look back. And then watch this, after grabbing the box hole shot for the 12th time this year, Jorge Prado had a problem in exactly the same turn. Whether he hit the back brake and stalled, either way, the bike didn't fire up immediately and he was right at the back again. Meanwhile, Gajser was leading the way. Jeremy Seewer picking himself up after that first turn crash, eased by his fellow countryman to move into 11th. Gajser, with a few laps to go, out on his own, had this moment, picked himself up, rejoined in the lead, just ahead of Maxime Renaux, just coming into view now. Renaux couldn't find the speed to find his way past Gajser. Prado eased by his teammate as he eventually came home in 9th. Seewer eventually came home in 10th with this pass on Guadagnini, who would finish in 11th place. Guillot would go out and drop down the order from 12th. Tough day for Guillot. But for Tim Gajser, 12 months almost to the day, he crossed the line to win his first win of the season. Remember, he broke his femur at the start of the year. 82 career race wins now. Maxime Renaux was second, Febvre third, and they were the same 3 riders on the podium in a slightly different order. Gajser 2-1, his 44th career win, 101st podium. Febvre, his 66th podium from Renaux. 30 podiums for the Frenchman. The gap at the top was 92. It's now down to 67 between Prado and Febvre. Prado still leads, though, as we head to Italy. Congratulations, though. Tim Gajser back on the top step here.
All the weekend I was feeling great on the track. Riding was good, smooth. First moto got a little arm pump. Was not maybe riding too relaxed, you know. Was a bit tight. But anyway, second race was great. Took a good start. Then make a little gap. Make mistake on my own. I was still in the lead, you know. But Renault really caught me. So I really focus again and you know, pull the gap again and finish first. So really happy.